right. Okay. So good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Hafiz, and this is the second session that you all have with me. The previous one we did was we explored about Google, of the Google apps for the teaching and learning. So now we're going to explore a bit different, the topic a bit different. It's all about this two of the apps that probably you might have already used, probably one of it or the other, and how we can actually leverage this technology, this application, to help us to better connect with our students, especially during this MCO period. So let me share with all of you my screen first. Okay. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen.
Yep.
Okay.
Can.
So, of course, me and Dr. Laili have prepared, as usual, the resources that you can be found online. This is the URL. The URL that you can go to, padlet.com/laili/simeducare. All right, let's start with the presentation. Okay. Okay. All right. So the topic here today is Telegram versus WhatsApp for teaching and learning. So this is solely focusing on, doing teaching and learning on these two platforms. Before we go further, I would like to initiate quite an interactive session this time around. Can you go, using your mobile phone, can you go to www.menti.com, and in that browser, menti.com, it will require you to enter some code. So just enter 906037. So that's the code that you have to enter. The website looks like this if you load using your phone. Okay, this is how it should be displaying to you. After you after you hit the button submit, you will be presented to this. Okay, so some of you have already answered it. Very good. So we're counting 37, 42. Keep on going.
Telegram is only 8%.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many teachers is using Telegrams.
Yeah, this is also what I've expected, because it's global phenomenon, saying that people are more accustomed with using WhatsApp rather than Telegram, because WhatsApp started the services first, and then followed by Telegram. And if we go, if you compare between Telegram and WhatsApp in terms of active users, daily active users, WhatsApp far superseded Telegrams. If I'm not mistaken, the numbers is around 1.5 billion users per day on WhatsApp, and on Telegram it's about 200 million, something like that, around that figure. So yeah, WhatsApp is most famous, most frequently used. Okay, we've somehow stopped at 111 entries submission. So as we can see here, more, most of you probably have WhatsApp on your mobile phone. We got 8% is already a user for Telegram, which is very good. So probably you guys who are using Telegram might have a better chance, or might be able to help your colleagues in understanding how to navigate through these apps, which is quite nifty, if I can say so. All right, okay. So we can stop there. You can stop voting. So we can establish a summary, some sort of a summary. All right. So carry on with the presentation. So we know that most of you are on WhatsApp, and probably you are well accustomed with WhatsApp features and how to use it. So for WhatsApp, I won't delve deeper because most of you know it already. But with any kind of technologies, the key to to adapt those technologies for teaching and learning is first to understand the technology. You have to understand the technology in terms of its interface and usability. So that is very important for you to understand, and to be able to deliver a very informed or well-designed kind of like instruction to your students. What do we look into in a technology when you are considering that technology for to be used for teaching and learning? We first look at what it can do and what it can't do. So we have to draw limitation to that technology, that particular technology, be it Telegram, WhatsApp, Viber, or WeChat, and other things, because each technology has its own set of functionalities. In this respect, in our presentation, in our discussion session today, we are comparing between WhatsApp and Telegram, and I would like to share with you later on the comparison between these two technologies, and you will see which one will have a better chance or be more useful in teaching and learning process. Okay. The other thing that you need to also bear in mind is the accessibility, and in particular for your students. So accessibility in terms of are your students having each one devices on their own, or having enough access to the devices that are needed for you to to use that technology, and also ease of use. So if you are trying to adopt a technology into your teaching and learning, make sure that that tool is not difficult for the students to take up. Okay, it's easy enough for them to understand and to actually interact with it, use it. But for that kind of point, I don't really have any much concern, because students nowadays, they are easily adaptable to all sort of technologies, because they are born during this kind of like duration, and they are accustomed with other sort of technologies that might have similar functionalities, similar user interface, similar interaction patterns to it. So it won't take them very much time or very long time for them to adapt. Okay. And the last but not the least is for you to be to be able to be aware that this tool have the potential to be integrated into your teaching and learning process. That is most important. It's not useful if that tool is if you want to use that tool just for the sake of using it. You have to understand how to integrate that technology into your teaching and learning. Okay. All right. So first we'll explore WhatsApp, and then after that Telegram. So what is WhatsApp? WhatsApp is a freeware. It's a cross-platform messaging, voice/video over IP service. So what that means is it is a free app provided by Facebook Inc. Facebook acquired WhatsApp company around 2005, if I'm not mistaken, or much later than that, to the tune of 19 billion. Yeah, USD, not Malaysian ringgit, 19 billion. All right. I think this is something that you are already accustomed with. WhatsApp allows users to send text and voice messages, make video and video calls, voice and video calls, sorry, and share images, documents, locations, and also audio. So it runs on mobile devices, smartphones, and also desktop. If you're not aware yet, there is a version WhatsApp web and WhatsApp desktop that you can download on your laptop and use it. Yeah, but then one restriction is that for you to use the laptop version of WhatsApp, your WhatsApp on the mobile phone needs to be connected to the internet. Otherwise, the desktop version or the laptop version won't work. It will try to give you a warning that there's no connection on your mobile phone. All right. So that is WhatsApp. Telegram. So this might be something that is new to some of you, probably most of you. All right. It's not that different with WhatsApp per se, but it has a bit of more functionalities to it. We'll cover it later. So what Telegram is a cloud-based instant messaging. So the keyword here is cloud-based. It's different with WhatsApp. WhatsApp is device-based. So I will explain what that means later on. Telegram is not owned by Facebook. I forgot to edit this. It's not owned by Facebook. It's owned by other companies, not Facebook. This is wrong. Sorry about that. Then it allows users to also send text and voice messages, make video calls, voice calls, share images, documents, location, audio, and stickers, right? It runs on mobile devices, smartphone, and desktop too. Likewise, WhatsApp. And it is able to run on multiple devices simultaneously at the same time. So let's say you have 5 different smartphones in your home. You can install a Telegram and sign in using the same account, Telegram account, with other different devices. Then it will sync with all of the devices, which is even better, I think. All right. So we come to the feature comparison. So right now we are trying to see how these two services, although it appears to be the same, there are some things that are a bit different with between Telegram and also WhatsApp. So let's see what it is. So in terms of group conversation, WhatsApp, if you have a WhatsApp group, so the limit for participation is 256 participants in a group conversation in a group. But for Telegram, you can go up to 200,000 participants. So Telegram supports more users. If you have, you can actually contain or you can actually have one group for the whole of your school on Telegram, which is very nifty for instant messaging or announcements, school-wide announcements, which is very good. In this case, I have a Telegram channel that they say. The Telegram uses channel, Telegram channel for my my children's school. So they post a lot of announcements there. So to parents to notify any kind of like announcements, any meetings or parent teachers, change of schedules, which is very good, which is nifty. So they use Telegram for that. For files and media sending, for WhatsApp, you can only send up to 16 megabyte of file at one time. Okay, so if you exceed the size of the file, you can't you can't really send that file over to over to other people over WhatsApp. But for Telegram, the limit is much higher. It's 1.5 gigabyte. So that is for file and media sending on Telegram. So for chatbots, if you guys don't really understand what chatbot is, it's a sort of like automated messaging kind of like features where you can actually code the chatbot to answer any questions. To, let's say, probably some of you might have encountered chatbots if you use Cellcom on their, if I'm mistaken, Facebook page, Facebook Messenger on their Cellcom account. If you type in on that Cellcom Facebook page, in their chat box, what greet you is a chatbot. Okay, then based on the text that you send to that chatbot, the chatbot will try to analyze what you are trying to say, and if what you are trying to ask or something that you ask, the chatbot has embedded within the database, so the chatbot will serve appropriate answers to that. But if it can't, then it will prompt a human client, a human officer assigned to you to to address your concern. So that is one example that I have encountered before. Chatbot is mostly right now has been embedded or used widely throughout the business kind of like sphere. We can see many chatbots on e-commerce websites. Okay, but then chatbots also can be applied, or the concept can be applied in education too. I have conducted a specific course for building chatbot for educational purposes on UPSI for the internal lecturers. So in UPSI right now, we have lecturers who are capable of building chatbots for specific subjects, so that when the idea is that for the chatbot for a specific subject to be able to handle any queries or most of the queries from the students. So for example, if a student has a concern, let's say they want to actually ask us a very menial, very simple question like a definition of a certain concept. So instead of us lecturers having to manually respond to each of those kind of queries, we can use chatbot to automate that. Okay, so that is the idea of chatbot. So for WhatsApp, they have chatbots, but it's not as sophisticated as Telegrams. Telegram is chatbot is much more extendable, extensive, and the API, the application programming interface, is very much wide. You can do a lot of things with it. Okay. But this is not a course for chatbot, sorry. For next, stickers, both of them support stickers. End-to-end chat encryption, yes. For WhatsApp, it's by default, but for Telegram, it's on request. There is a type of chat that called secret chat, where any conversations that are that happen within that chat will automatically how do we say disappear within a stipulated time, which is very good if you are trying to to communicate something very secretive with somebody else. Okay, so that is a feature on Telegram. Message editing on WhatsApp, no, you don't. You can't edit it. You can delete it, but you can't edit it. But for Telegram, yes, you can edit it, but within the 48 hours after you have sent that text. Okay. Message deletion, yes, for WhatsApp within 51 minutes. After 51 minutes, you can't delete that message anymore. But for Telegram, it's the same. You have up to 48 hours to do the message deletion. Passcode lock, meaning that you can actually lock the application. This is a security feature just so that other people won't sneak, take a sneak peek at your what you are, chatting about. So on WhatsApp, no, not yet, but Telegram, yes, it has built-in passcode lock. For channels, WhatsApp, they don't have channels, they have broadcast. For WhatsApp broadcast, meaning that you can broadcast a piece of message to all of your contacts on your phone. But there is one prerequisite, meaning that the recipient must save your number. So it's not something very anonymous. So they won't receive your message if they don't save your number under one name. Okay, so that is how broadcast on WhatsApp is. But for Telegram channel, yes, as I mentioned, you can also support up to 200,000 users at one time. Okay. Open API, WhatsApp, they are a bit closed in terms of allowing developers to develop further or extend the features further. Whereas for Telegram, it has open API that other developers can, hook into and build other innovative products on top of Telegram, which we have a lot of, chatbots, applications. We have a lot of, functionalities that as a result of this, of Telegram opening up their own API. So for the next features, phone and video call. For WhatsApp, you can do both, but for Telegram, only phone calls at the moment. They have also promised the Telegram users, saying that they will release the video call features within this year. So they haven't given any time frame. They have just given it within 2020. But we'll see. But Telegram, they provide updates to the app very frequent. Almost every month, they release new features and things like that. Things like that. And simultaneous access. So this is something that I have mentioned before. For WhatsApp, then you can only sign in into a WhatsApp account one account at a time and one device at a time. Okay, but for Telegram, you can sign in using the same account to different devices. Okay, particularly between the desktop and the mobile. Okay, so those are the features, the features comparison between Telegram and WhatsApp. As you might have noticed, there are a lot of differences between what Telegram offers and what WhatsApp offers. So by this time, at this time around, you might have a better idea what Telegram is capable, what WhatsApp is capable. Right. So now we have done the understanding the technological side of it. So we know what it can do, what it can't do. So the next is to see how these two applications can fit one another. Okay. So for the first round, we will talk about the generic functionalities that can be done using both applications, Telegram and WhatsApp. So the possible pedagogical designs, so the basic medium available, which are text, audio, video, and images. So this type of medium is available for both of the applications, Telegram and WhatsApp. So with this four kind of like medium available, what can we do with it? Okay, what can we do with it? And this is not an exhaustive list. Might be that you have a better idea or other ideas. You can share with me on the chat features or chat section. I will review it later. Okay. So for the number one is whole class discussion. So this is something that is very generic, and I think that you already have tried with your classroom if you have your WhatsApp group set up. Okay. So the whole class discussion can be carried out via text replies. So very usual, very normal kind of like interaction where you pose a question and then let the students answer it using text. Okay, so this is very useful for you if you are trying to look at the sentence structure, their grammatical errors, or you know, how they reason out. Okay, how they, you know, the logical thinking, the critical thinking part comes in. Because with text reply, it allows the students a bit of time to think and to construct the sentences before sending it to you. So it is useful, you know, to gauge those kind of skills. Okay. The other one is via voice notes. So in WhatsApp and Telegram, you can send voice notes. So you can actually, you know, require the students to record their own responses and send it in the group, WhatsApp group or Telegram channel via the voice notes functionality. So this is something that you can do if you want to, you know, to have you know, to have a speaking kind of like test, or speaking, you want to look at their pronunciation, and this is something about language, right? Pronunciation, listening, speaking skills. So you can mix and match between text and voice messages. Let's say you want to do you know, listening test. So what you do is you send an audio voice note to them and ask them to reply not via voice but via text. So you can actually record the question and then send to your students, and let your students reply or answer the questions via the text, or vice versa. So it's up to you whether you want to do both or mix or just separate it. It's up to you. One thing that is really nifty about using this Telegram and WhatsApp is it doesn't really require a lot of bandwidth for your students to interact with you. Unlike what we are doing right now, Zoom video conferencing, which require a lot of you know, bandwidth, stable internet connection, for you to be able to you know, to deliver the teaching and learning, or to listen to what your students are you know, saying, or interacting or giving feedback to them. Is a very synchronous kind of like experience. But for Telegram and WhatsApp, you can treat it as both synchronous and also asynchronous. Synchronous meaning that you can set with your students, okay, we will have a class from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So please get ready in front of your phone. We will carry out the lesson via Telegram or WhatsApp. Okay, so then starting at 9 a.m. you can start interacting with the students. So that can be categorized as synchronous, meaning that the conversation is happening, you know, live there and then. But you can also treat it as asynchronous kind of like communication, where you can provide the materials beforehand and let the students consume first and then give the feedback later on, probably next day or the day after the next day, right? The day after tomorrow, for example. This is something that you need to decide based on the accessibility, whether the students have access to the devices or not at that time. If if they are from the household that are very limited in terms of having the devices, then you can set for asynchronous kind of like interaction with your students. If all of your students have their own private devices, their own devices, personal devices with them, then I think there won't be any problem, given that the internet connection is stable and at a high speed. Then you won't be having any trouble doing synchronous kind of like interaction, teaching and learning. Okay, so the first one is the whole class discussion. The second is personal one-to-one coaching and feedback. So this is something that is useful if, let's say, you based on the whole class discussion and you set up assignments or tasks, very small tasks for them to do later on after the session. Is some sort of like homework given at home. Okay, so you can ask them to personally message or send the answers or send the documents over to you personally, not via the whole class group. They can send it to you one-to-one. So that way you can establish another set of mode of teaching, which is coaching and giving feedback. So this is quite important. I know it's going to be very tedious if you have a lot of students, like for example 40-50 students under you. It's going to be very tedious if all of them send in their work at the same time. So this is something that you need to strategize a bit. Probably you can have it staggered. Okay, have a timetable saying that, okay, from for tomorrow, these 10 students have to send in. Okay, so the next day, so you have to make it staggered if you are probably will be overwhelmed by the amount of feedbacks needed, okay, to be carried out with the students. So you can do the staggered one. But if you are if you want to accept all at the same time, no problem. Okay, the most important point here that I want to put across is how you connect with your students at the personal level. Within the whole class group, you can be a bit more authoritative, a bit more stern, because you have to control the whole of the group within a very small group. But in the personal one-to-one kind of like method or way of communicating, you can personalize your responses to make sure that your students know that you care, because you need to understand that they are there at home, probably alone with their family, but in terms of teaching and learning, they are alone, as compared to when they are at school. They have their friends to talk about their task, but at home they are there alone. They are experiencing this alone, so they need the much needed psychological kind of like care to the conversation. So this is something that probably has been overlooked by a lot of other people when they discuss about online teaching. But this aspect is very much very, very important. One of the key aspects of successful online learning or massive open and online courses is the connection between instructors and students. If the students doesn't really feel the presence of the instructor, there is a high chance that that student will drop out of that course, online course. So it's the same thing with what we are trying to do here. So, and in a greater kind of like capacity, because this is something that one-to-one communication, okay? It might be overwhelming at some point or at first, but this, we are doing it for the greater good, okay? We need to, as educators, as you might have know and also experience, we have to sacrifice a bit of our, you know, of our time and to give more effort in terms of supporting the students during this MCO period, because heaven knows what they are experiencing at home. Hopefully they are well, the parents are very good, because it's very difficult to live within, you know, a confined area, even though it's your home. But in a normal situation, you come about, you know, you go out and you can go out, you go back home. It's a different kind of like atmosphere right now, where everybody is, you know, being what do we say, constricted or confined to a particular space. So psychologically, it has some effect over them. So as teachers, we also need to be aware of this, all right? So that is for personal one-to-one kind of like method. Okay. The next is micro teaching and learning. So this is something that is very nifty, and if you want to know more about this is very much related to the video from Prof. Abdul Karim Alias. The link is in the Padlet. Okay, maybe you can look at it later. But it's basically teaching a lesson with images and voice notes. Okay, you combine with images and voice notes. If you have previously, let's say you have prepared slides for your teaching and learning, so you can actually capture that slide and have it as an image. So in your WhatsApp and Telegram, let's say you put an announcement, okay, now I would like to explain to you about topic A. So you import the first image, the first slide as an image in the Telegram or WhatsApp, and then you click on the record voice note button, and you explain what that image or what that slide is all about. Okay, explain. Let's say it takes up about 2 to 3 minutes for you to explain, and then you release. Usually after you release, the voice note will automatically be sent to the students, and then you drag or you select the second slide or the second image to it, and then repeat. You know, record your voice note and then send to your students. So in this process, what you will present or give to your students is a series of resources that they can, you know, actually look back after this. All right, look back after this. You know, after the session, it can be synchronous and it can be asynchronous. So the students can, while they are, you know, looking at the images, they can play the voice note that comes with the image, and they can actually, you know, experiencing something that is very, very much similar to what usually happen in a classroom, where you show the slide and you explain what's on the slide. So that is something that another option that you can do. The fourth option that we have right now is pre-record the video. Okay, so this is something require a bit more storage capacity, because we are sending video files to the student. So what you can do is probably you can record yourself explaining some probably pretty hard concepts, like mathematical concept. If you have you know, a whiteboard at your home, or even an A4 white A4 piece of paper, okay, you can actually hold your phone, okay, and record the video, and having your hand, recording your hand explaining. So the recordings will record your voice explaining what you are scribbling, and the camera will capture what you are scribbling, what you are, explaining, and then save the file on your smartphone. And then when the time comes for you to share the video to your students, then you share. But please bear in mind, for WhatsApp there is a limit. If you notice, if you remember, WhatsApp is at 16 megabyte file size limit, but Telegram is much more bigger space that they provided for you to share the file. So in this respect, if you want to record or share pre-recorded videos, my suggestion is go with Telegram. All right. Okay. So this is these are some of the possible pedagogical designs that can be done on both platforms, Telegrams and also WhatsApp. Okay. So next we are going to look at the pedagogical designs, possible pedagogical designs based on Telegram itself. Okay. So for Telegram, we have additional features or medium available. Among it are polls, chatbots, and large files. Okay, you can on Telegram you can administer a quiz. So it's very easy for you to actually curate a quiz on Telegram. It's very much intuitive, very easy. You can do it even on your smartphone, mobile phone. Okay, you can have it as time-based, or let user respond anonymously. Okay, if there's need be, and it will show results. Okay, that is for quiz. On Telegram, you can administer quiz. The second, you can roll out a custom chatbot integration as a teacher assistant. So this is something that I have mentioned previously. Okay, if you are adventurous enough, you can go to dialogflow.com. There are a lot of tutorials on YouTube explaining on how to actually use Dialogflow. So dialogflow.com is one of Google tools available. It's freely available for us to use, and Dialogflow is AI-based kind of like engine for you to actually create your chatbot with some minor AI, artificial intelligence configuration. Okay. But this is something that probably people who are into technical stuff might be interested, in exploring. If you are not really, accustomed with, coding, let's say logical kind of like thinking, you won't be enjoying Dialogflow, because it's going to be very technical, but it's quite easy. It's there are a lot of other platforms to create chatbots that require you to hard coded the program manually. But on Dialogflow, it allows you a bit of a drag and drop kind of like coding to it. It's much more simpler, but not really that simple. Okay, if you're feeling adventurous enough, then I'll suggest you might be interested to explore it. Okay, and the third is sharing large file that is possible on Telegram. So this is something that I have covered just now, explanation and instructional videos. So if you have recorded your own videos and you found that it's a lot bigger than 16 megabytes, so then I think that Telegram is the go-to application for you to actually use in your teaching and learning. Okay. Yeah. So I think, yeah. So I think that is the end of the sharing session. I have just one more menti.com question for you to answer. Okay, go to menti.com and I'll show you the next question. So the next question is, which of the app, WhatsApp or Telegram, you think is more suitable for teaching and learning? So you can start voting now. And we'll see whether have I managed to convert you from using WhatsApp to using Telegram. Okay, so we have reached 101 votes, and we'll see. We can see on the screen that most of you believe that Telegram is much better option, which is very good. And I think that probably after this you can start tinkering with using Telegram for your teaching and learning. So let me share. Okay. So can you see, everyone, can you see the
screen? Yep.
On the screen? This is the Telegram. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So this is Telegram. As you can see, I have a lot of chats and people on the Telegram, but not as much as on my WhatsApp. So so this is something that you will see on your screen after you have signed in or signed up to use the Telegram. To actually create a group is very much simple. You can click on the edit button on the top right corner there. Let me click it. So it will show new message, but there is option for new group, new secret chat, or new channel. Let's say we'll create new group. Okay, and I'll let's say I'll add one participant that I know, for example. Okay, and this is very much similar process if you're using group for WhatsApp. Let's say test sim educare. Let's start this and then create. So currently, what we in this channel, we have only 2 members for test sim educare. So as you can see, the notification is up to 200,000 members, persistent chat history. So persistent chat history here meaning that let's say you create a group, okay, today, and 100 people enter that group, and then they had a very long fruitful discussion, all right, fruitful discussion within that group. So the day after tomorrow, let's say another 100 people coming in, so that the later batch, if you're using WhatsApp, they won't have access to previous discussions that happened within that group. But for Telegram, if you come in later, or you sign up, or you enter a group later, you can actually traverse or scroll up to read all of those previous messages that happened within the group. So it's a persistent chat history. Okay. So what I want to do right now is to let me let me specify a link here. Let's say test sim educare. I'll delete this later. So what you can do right now is to search for this this group. Okay, you how to search for it? If you're on the main chat view, there is a search functionality on top there. You can search for test sim educare. Test sim educare, and the group will probably appear. So click on that and join the group. Okay. So I'm waiting for other people to join. Hopefully you can find the group.
Yep. Can I join the group?
Okay.
Yeah.
7 members already. Okay. Wow. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, they do have the stickers. I think students will love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The stickers are much more kawaii in
Yeah,
in
kawaii.
Telegram. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a lot of very cute stickers.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this group, you can actually create a very quick poll. Okay. To do that, there is a attachment icon at the bottom left corner where it shows you you can look photo, videos, file, location, and also poll. Click on poll. You can say uh, what kind of question? Okay. Is this session today good? That's good, bad, and meh.
Okay.
Right? And we'll do anonymous voting. And we can turn this into quiz mode. Okay. And when you turn into quiz mode, if you can see what's happening here, turn on the quiz mode, you can actually choose which of the polls options is the answer, the correct answer. So this is the quiz mode. Let's say we'll have it as just a normal poll, and I'll send it to all of you. So you can hope you received it. Okay, the votes are coming in. I'll say meh. And you see the session or the results of the poll will be immediately showed. Okay, this is anonymous poll. But if you want to identify who voted for which category, like for example, if you want to ask the students what or when is the next best time for you to carry out another class, so you can actually disable the anonymous poll so that you can see who is available on what dates. Okay. Right. So this is one-off poll that I have created instantly on the group. But you can also author multiple questions, multiple items in the Telegram itself, but not in the group, but using a quiz bot. Okay, so how to do it? All right, hopefully you are looking at the screen. Yeah, I can see you. All right. Okay, so search for add quiz bot. Search for quiz bot. So click on your quiz bot, so this is a quiz that I have done previously. So how you can start to develop a quiz is for you to start with slash. Okay, when you click on the slash icon or slash button, there is a series of order or let's say command that you can instruct the quiz bot to do. Let's say we want to create a new quiz. So click on new quiz. Okay. All right. I think I have this, so I need to cancel. This is probably from previous quiz. So let's send new quiz. So you just follow the process. First, send me, it asks me to send a title of the quiz. Let's say Test Sim Edu Care Quiz. Upload there, and then good. Now send me a description. Let's say I want to skip it, but you can give a description there. Okay. Now it's the time for you to create the quiz or create the question. Okay, so click on the create question. So let's say which of the apps is more useful for teaching and learning.
So it's quite straightforward, right? The steps.
Sorry, yeah, it's very straightforward. You can Telegram. You can
follow the guides and then
follow it step by step. It's very easy. Okay, and then have it anonymous. All right, and then send. Click send. It will send to the bot. Oh, sorry. Before sending, you can because this is a quiz, you need to tick on which of the options is the correct answer. I'll say Telegram, and then send it to the bot. So the bot has registered the first item. So you can repeat the process of creating new question, adding up to new questions. Okay, I have prepared a quiz previously. Let's try to share this within the group. Okay, so this is a quiz that I have developed earlier. So the quiz on Telegram versus WhatsApp. Okay, a sample quiz administered for SIM Educare online webinar on 30th April 2020. We have 6 questions. Okay, so there are 15 seconds per questions. Okay, you have to click on the start quiz board. You just wait for the quiz to appear on your screen.
Oh, so we don't have to click the start.
No.
Quiz board. Oh, okay.
The quiz board will you don't have to click on the start quiz board, because as you can see, there are multiple notifications saying that the quiz is currently in progress. So you can't actually stop the quiz. Only admins can stop the quiz.
I see.
But the chat bot, the quiz bot will take care of the quiz for you. So it will serve one item quiz at one time. And as you can see on the screen, each item has 15 minutes for you to answer it. You can customize this for when you setting up the quiz.
Yeah.
So right now the quiz board, as you can see on the screen, it displays who attained the ranking, okay, from the quiz that you have carried out. So this is something that is very much useful if you want to create competitive, quiz among your students, so they can actually, answer the questions, and at the end of it, they can see who comes first, second, third, and so on and so forth. Okay. All right. So I think in terms of the quiz, that's about that. Okay, it's very simple and easy to understand. For the micro teaching and learning, the one that that I have showed to you just now, about the sharing of an image and then explaining to it. So you can actually do it here. Let's say I'll send this to you, okay, and then I'll quickly record my voice note saying that, okay, so this is Mentimeter. So I have posted a question so that you can answer it on later, okay, and send it to you. So as you can see, this is the image that I have sent to all of you, and accompanied to with it is the audio file that you can actually listen to the explanation. So this is something that you can use, okay? All right. So any question? Let's look at the group chat first.
Yeah, let's look at.
Will Telegram disclose our contact number? Yes. Is it? Let me double check before let's choose.
I think we can do the setting, right, and see whether we want to show it to public. I'm not sure, maybe Dr.
Yeah, by default it doesn't show. Let's say Siva Kumar here, I can't see his or her phone number, so it's by default it's not I can't view the details. Which is very nifty.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Then okay, search quiz bot. Okay. Again, I'll show it to you how to create a new chatbot. A new quiz bot. You search for quiz bot. Not in the group, but on the main page here, where it listed all of your chat bots, okay, chats, right? So go to search bar there, and then search for quiz bot there and click on it. So here it will show you step by step, or give you instruction step by step on how to actually create a quiz. And then after that, after you have done, it will give you options to start this quiz, share quiz in group, share quiz. So just now I have clicked the button share quiz in group. So that's why when I click this button and I click on test Sim Educare, the quiz is automatically embedded and available within our group. Okay. All right. The reason why mailing the quiz has stopped, because the quiz I have put time bounded quiz, meaning that for each item I have set it to be displayed just 15 seconds. There are other options, let's say 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes for each item. So if you think that 15 minutes is too fast, then you can configure that quiz by yourself. Okay, Doctor, very fast, can't catch you. So can you share which of the demonstration that you think that you can't catch up?
I
Is
think
it
for the answering the quiz part, yeah.
the quiz? Yeah, the quiz.
By the way,
So
doctor, can I
let's say
know?
we go back to the quiz board, and I have done just one this sim educare quiz, right? With just one question. Let's say I'll have it done here, send it done. So now it's asking me, please set a time limit for questions. So this is where you determine how long the bot will display the question. Okay, for me just now I click 15 seconds. Let's say we'll choose 1 minute. Okay, shuffle the question because we only just one question. Okay, shuffle all right. So so what we can do here right now, I will share this quiz, just one question, okay, to the group. So please be reminded that don't click on the links to the chatbot. Just wait for the chatbot to display the question for you. Then you answer on the question. Okay, all right. So let's send this to SimCare Edu. All right, click I'm ready if you are ready. I'm ready. Okay. All right. Okay. The quiz is about to begin. There you can see the quiz is about to begin. 5, 4, 3. It's counting. It's counting down. Set. Go. So now you have 1 minute to answer this question. Okay. You have 30 seconds remaining.
So if you do for primary student, I think you need to tell them the rule first.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Can we restrict them from like typing the comments, anything in the chat?
I don't think it can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the list.
Yes.
Yeah,
So the first, Jeannie Lai. Second,
Let's go to
Nasuha. Third, Ritan. Congratulations. If I have
congratulations.
a present here, I will. I have given.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So this is, a feature that is very much, very interactive that you can do with your students, and very useful too. And students will actually very much engage, or very much, you know, very interested in, participating in the next quiz, because they know that at the end of the quiz, at the end of each quiz, the rankings will be made available. So knowing students nowadays, they are very competitive. So this is something that you can leverage on. All right. Okay. So any other questions?
Okay. Let me chat with the moderator. Sokchen, is there any question that you collected from the group chat? Maybe you can repost in the chat room. Yeah, okay, there's one question. May I know what's the difference of create group chat and secret chat group?
Okay, for group chat and secret chat group chat is like what we are having right now. It's a group with several functionalities that you know of and we have explored. For secret chat group, it's a more secure kind of like communication channel. This is something that you want to use if you want to keep the communications a bit more, secretive in nature. Um, uh, if I'm not mistaken, you can actually set messages sent in the secret chat group to to be retracted back or to disappear for a certain period of time. So that is something that I'm not sure it is useful for educational purposes, but probably useful for some other use cases. Yeah. Will the steps be put on the website? Which website? I'm reading the group chat. The steps to be put on the website. I can provide you guys with a step by step or a video if I can find on how to create a quiz, how to create a quiz board, how to create groups, how to create initiate polls on the Padlet. Okay, on the Padlet website, I will share the links there. Can we share video files through Telegram? Yes, we can. We can actually like you know a usual just like WhatsApp, you can choose photo and video on your phone. Okay.
So I think our session will be stopping here. Thanks, Dr. Hafiz, for your sharing. It is very interesting to use the telegrams to teach to let our students to do the quiz because of the stickers animation thing, right? I think it is very attractive for, I think most probably it will suitable for upper primary, right? For
Yes.
lower primary, we can, observe it first. How are we going to do? Maybe we can do it under parental supervision.
True.
All right. Okay, so that's all for today. Teachers, thank you for spending time with us today. We'll see you again. Today, see you again.
All right. Thank
Thanks, Dr.
you. Bye. See you next
Hafiz.
time.